Well folks, welcome to another hot and sweaty day in southeast Queensland. Very muggy today and expecting some more quite ferocious storms. I made an error when I put this idler back on the car. I've left that bolt there, as you can see, too long. And of course it's just hitting the fan. So what I've got to do is to take that off now and cut the bolt and the nut around about a quarter of the way across the bolt face and leave about 3/4 of it left. That'll give me about 1/4 of an inch of clearance for the fan blades, which will be plenty, because the idler itself is only running with a very narrow clearance to the front pulley. Now once I've done that, I should be able to start the car, get it nice and warm, and finish filling up the radiator, for which I have a number of containers of distilled water. I've got 2 more inside. These are quite a large radiator in these cars, so I'll be having to use a fair bit of that. And in the meanwhile I have a few other things to do, such as change the carburetor on it. I have a rebuilt carburetor for it, completely remanufactured in America, particularly for this vehicle, and do a bit of touch-up paint work. The master cylinder looks dreadful at the present time, but that's only surface rust. That and both the booster are remanufactured or new. The new master cylinder is new. The compressor is a new manufacture. It's been on there for a couple of years, but it's the car's hardly done any work at all. The hoses are all new on it. The belts are new, the front end's new, the shockers are new, the engine's been rebuilt. We've got brand new shock absorbers on the front. The tail shaft's been repaired, the 2 front universals have been replaced and the shaft's been balanced. We've got a fully serviced gearbox in it. They don't need any work, and the differs has also been serviced. The brake linings are all new in it. So basically all the mechanical side of the car is extremely good. Now just a quick look at my battery. There it is. That's the battery. That's the battery that was sitting on my desk, my workbench inside, that I've already done a couple of the things on. You notice it's much smaller than the original battery that goes in the car. It's about, roughly, I'd say a handspan shorter. About a handspan shorter than the other one, which the battery comes to about here. So this little battery is starting this car perfectly. It's the alum replacement, and it's doing a fantastic job. The other battery's at least 1/3 the size bigger, but it doesn't crank it any better. This one's got how many coil cranking? 470 ccas on it. I'd say every one of those ccas is working. The other battery I think is 580 or 620. So I mean, this thing, alum, replacing the sulfuric acid in the battery with alum, is a very good way of doing things. Got a few minor things to do to the car. There's some seals to be put in there, and that pipe's got to be rerouted there. I've also got an overflow to go from here back over to the sign on this side here where those 2 screws are, and I have a replacement for that. New hoses on that, of course. Horns work, all's good. The lights have been redone. The alternator in the car has been rewound to 130 amp output from 90. There was enough room left in it to do that, so I've had it rewound, so it's new. The headlights in the car, well, that's an aircraft landing light in there, and that's an H4 halogen light in there, so both of those have been done, and the rewiring for them has all been replaced, so they're all in fantastically good condition. The car itself's very nice. It's only got 65,000 original miles on. Came from California, in the wine growing area over near Fresno, owned by a collector over there who's recently passed away, unfortunately, and his collection's been sold off. But this car I've had for about 5 years, and it's a beauty. It goes really well. Oh, and the air conditioning unit in the boot, I pulled out and completely pulled it apart, repaired it all, and it's been reinstalled in the back there, so it'll never be done. I went right down to the repainting the rotors in the compressor fans. So it's all pretty good. Car's good, upholstery's excellent inside. Nice old car. I will be taking it for a run, and I'll be putting an advertisement up showing everything I've been done, and a YouTube video. In the meanwhile, I'll pull this thing off and fix it.